Girls at school can be okay, but how do you say it? Immature. Me, I'm into my real women. I've done my research online, if you know what I mean. So when I found out about Brandon going with Kim, I was well jealous. I couldn't believe it. My best mate was having sex before I had, and he's only just turned 13, and I'm nearly 14. Kim's hot in a scary sort of way. She's cool though. She's given me and Brandon our first bit of weed, and she's got tattoos on her boobs. Weird that Brandon didn't tell me when it happened. If I'd have been seduced by an older woman, I'd have been like, yeah boy, I'm a man now. Brandon seems embarrassed. He even makes us walk the long way home to avoid Kim's house. I thought he was playing it cool, but something's not right. Maybe he's gay. Everybody's talking and messaging about Brandon. Some of the lads were saying he's a legend and asking how many times he's done it. Where some of the girls was like, it's disgusting and that Kim's a pedo. See what I mean? Girls just aren't mature enough. But Brandon didn't want to talk about it. And he's been stopping off school more and more. One night, me and Brandon drank a few beers I lifted from my dad's. I asked him what it was like to do it with Kim. And he said, if I promised not to tell anyone, he'd let me know. So I did. He told me it felt really wrong. Like he was being forced. I didn't know why he said that. You can't make a boy do it, right? Brandon said that Kim told him to come to the house because she wanted to show him something. He said that she pushed him onto the sofa. He reckoned that he got up to leave, but she locked the door and told him to stay. I asked him why he didn't just knock her out if he wanted to go, but he said he couldn't get physical with a woman. He said she climbed on him and pinned him down. Now, Kim's a strong girl, but if he didn't want to go through with it, he didn't have to, did he? He said he kept telling her to stop, but that she got angry with him. Bloody hell, I remember when all me and Brandon used to talk about was gaming and football. He made me promise not to say anything to anyone. He said if I did, he'd kick my ass. Yeah, right. He showed me messages Kim sent him. One said that if he ever told anyone, she'd tell everyone that he raped her. Another said that he had to go back or there'd be trouble. Some of them were really friendly as well. Just asking what he was up to. She was very high maintenance. I'd been thinking about Brandon's situation. I decided that it's not that great really. I heard somewhere that boys could be raped. Like, not just by a dodgy fella, but by a woman. Is that what happened? Had he been raped? Because that's like really shit. It's all kicked off. Brandon's mum's been round, saying that she's heard stuff about him and Kim. She was really intense. Mum seemed pissed at me too, saying I had to tell them everything I knew. I thought about how embarrassed he was, and how Kim said she'd say he raped her. And I didn't want to get him in trouble, but then I thought, I don't need this shit on me. So I told them everything. Mum said she couldn't believe I hadn't told her sooner. But if I did, things wouldn't have been going on for so long. I didn't realise that Brandon had been going back around to Kim's and they'd been having more sex. Mum was mad at me in a really weird way. She said I was a stupid idiot whilst hugging me. She said that she could barely look at me, but that I wasn't allowed out of sight. Complex much. Thanks, Brandon. Suddenly I've got an overprotective mother. Everyone knows everything now, and Brandon stopped coming to school, so everyone's asking me what's going on. A group of people were saying that Brandon's gay for letting a woman overpower him. I laughed along, but then one day I had this weird feeling, like I felt bad. So I stood up to a group of older lads. I told them that Brandon isn't gay, and that he didn't want to hit a woman to get her off him. He didn't want to keep shagging that skank, she was just blackmailing him. He did what he thought was right, and that we wouldn't know what to do if we was in his situation. The boy said that I should stop being a dick, but this hot girl, she said I was right. Yeah, she did. Kim was sentenced to prison. It was even on TV. I don't see Brandon much now. He's starting school next year and he's moved across town. I've realised now that what happened to him was totally crap. I can't believe I was even jealous. He's on Snapchat though, and I can tell he's not quite right in the head. But I try and treat him the same. That's why I still kick his ass at gaming. I've got to get things back to normal, right? Well, that's the end of the story. You can go now.